I think the Truckee's so difficult because we don't have huge numbers of fish per mile, and there's quite a bit of pressure. You know, we're within 4 hours of about 11 million people. You know, it's just one of those things where it's an amazing fishery, but man, we got to work for them, there's no doubt. So one of the sayings we always go by is the joke is if you're not snagging, you're not bragging, which basically means if you're not getting stuck, losing flies here and there, half the time you're not even in the game. So I've been guiding this river for 16 years, and like everyone, I've gotten my butt kicked. Over the years, we figured out that these big fish don't eat dry flies. They're on the bottom, they're nymphing. Our fish tend to feed horizontally instead of vertically in the water column, and you need to nail them in the face with flies or you're gonna have a really tough time fishing. Junk rigs, we live and die off the junk rig. It's our go-to technique. We're fishing a lot of split shot, big bobber sometimes anyway, and when we do the hopper dropper thing, we're fishing very deep tungsten beads underneath that hopper, and it proves effective more times than not. I'm looking for a rod that has the backbone to land a Truckee River trophy, number one. And then the biggie with the tip of the rod, it's got to be sensitive enough to pick up men's off the water. I really don't want those men's to splash. We deal with a lot of microcurrents and funky, pocket water within the Truckee, so I need a rod that's gonna be able to load heavy junk rigs very efficiently, that's still gonna be able to shoot them, and I still need the sensitivity of reach and mending and feel to be able to, detect anything.
These cores are fantastic fishing tools. That's just not a casting tool. That's not a parking lot winner. That's an all-around fishing tool. You've got to mend, you have to fight fish, you have to cast short, you have to cast long, you have to do it all.
I think the R8 core is going to work really well for Matt and his application because the power through the middle of the rod and the tip helps to keep a more open loop shape. So when you're casting multiple flies, heavier rigs, making sure that stuff doesn't tangle up and is delivered to where you need it to is important.
Truckee is an incredibly technical fishery, and I ask a lot out of my gear. Sensitivity and backbone don't necessarily go hand in hand, but this new rod gives me complete control.